Welcome back to America in Black. I'm CBS News correspondent Danya Bacchus. In a professional sports world that is managed overwhelmingly by white men, Sandra Douglass Morgan stands alone as the first Black woman to lead an NFL franchise. As president of the Las Vegas Raiders, Morgan is not only running one of the most storied teams in league history, but she is also playing a key role in the biggest sports media event of the year as the vice chair of the Super Bowl host committee in her hometown of Las Vegas. Not bad for someone who has overcome obstacles to break many barriers in law, politics, and now sports. In short, Sandra Douglass Morgan is a game changer. Sandra Douglass Morgan never dreamed of making NFL history. But she's changing the face of the league.
I believe in the promise of the Raiders. I believe in the future of the Raiders.
Her team is considered the bad boys of football. The silver and black.
Right!
The Las Vegas Raiders. A historic franchise known for its loyal fan base and outlaw attitude. The Raiders are not afraid to buck the trend, hiring the first Latino and African-American head coach in the Super Bowl era. And now,
I'm proud to introduce to you today the president of the Las Vegas Raiders, Sandra Douglass Morgan.
The first Black woman team president in NFL history.
It's an incredible position, and this is an incredible franchise, just with such a rich history, not just with diversity, but obviously with players and football, and just the grit that it takes to be a Raider.
And for her position, she'll need grit.
You're talking about a league that was created for and by white men to run it. The presidency of an NFL team was exclusively an old white boys network.
William Roden is a former sports writer with the New York Times and is currently a columnist for ESPN's Anscape.
When we think about the hiring of Sandra Douglass Morgan, how significant is that?
That probably has been the most important hire that the NFL has made in decades. Not only because she's the first woman of color to hold that position, but she embraces it. She doesn't run from it. She understands how important it is.
Hi, Nisha. Nice to meet you.
Embracing who she is and her roots makes her hiring even more profound, as Morgan is as local as they come. She was raised in Las Vegas by her African-American father, who served in the military, and Korean-American mother, who worked at a local casino.
What was it like navigating those two cultures?
We had access to incredible food and culture, which I think was great. Like, my mother, singing bedtime songs would be in Korean. I did overhear stories, or even, being in the grocery store with my mother, and if I yelled mom and someone looking saying, oh, what, yeah, they wouldn't think that I was her daughter.
Did you feel like you ever had to maybe choose which nationality you were going to identify as?
My mother and my parents were very clear, that you're Black. That's the way the world's going to see you. I definitely embrace my Korean heritage and my Asian American heritage, and I am, tied in with the Asian American community here. I want to make sure that we're increasing visibility for, whether it be Asians in sports, if I can contribute to that in any way. But I have always identified as a Black American.
That visibility starts with Morgan. She received her law degree from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and later became the first Black city attorney in the state of Nevada and the first Black chair of the Nevada Gaming Control Board.
When you go into these positions, are you thinking, I'm going to be a first, or do you not really realize that and the impact it could have until after?
I know I'm the first Black woman for this position, but I don't want it to define me, because I think there is additional pressure to make sure that I'm doing the best thing. And when you're the first, you're just going to be subject to more criticism. There's an inherent belief that maybe because you're the first, that somehow you're not qualified, which is surprising to me, because usually it's the opposite.
Do you consider yourself a trailblazer?
Not right now. I will when there are others who follow me. I've always said it's not just about being the first, it's about not being the last.
And the NFL is leaning in. People of color who are executives in the NFL rose from 13% in 2020 to 22% in 2023. And the number of women in football operations rose from 5% to 11% in the same time.
Does her hiring say anything about the NFL? Trying to be a little bit more diverse?
Yeah. But remember, it was also because things had gotten so awful with the Raiders. I mean, it was terrible with John Gruden. It was awful.
All right, tonight the NFL is reeling from a scandal involving one of its top coaches.
In 2021, the Raiders were embroiled in a controversy when then head coach John Gruden resigned after leaked emails revealed that for years he had made racist and misogynistic remarks.
Oftentimes that happens to quote-unquote minority candidates. You get the worst jobs or you get the franchise that's gone up in flames. When they hired Sandra, it was like the perfect person for the perfect time for the perfect franchise.
Do you feel an extra pressure to bring more diversity or to at least lead the way in that?
I don't feel pressure to make more hires that maybe fit a certain category because I know that I'm always going to do what's best for the Raiders. Now, I do think that there is a little bit of if a woman is hired now, it's, Sandra must be kind of pushing this, pro-woman narrative, which to me is just, ridiculous.
I have to wonder what it's like for you to come out here and see this.
You just have to pinch yourself knowing that this is where you come to work every day.
We spent time with Sandra at the Raiders practice facility.
I wore my sneakers today because I knew we were going to be on the field. It's like, I don't think I can wear my heels.
Even with block heels on the gridiron, Sandra's presence on the team goes beyond the game of football.
There are people who are looking at you and saying, I can do that, I can be that now.
No, that's incredible. When you talk about giving people opportunity, visibility, understanding different options, that's what we all want, right? For our children, for our community.
That community includes her own family. Sandra is the wife of former NFL player Danya Morgan and mother of 2 teenagers.
Thinking about you as a mom and trying to balance all of this, does it get heavy sometimes?
Oh, yes, of course. I'm incredibly lucky, though, that I have 2 wonderful children and an amazing husband. My kids are, a bit older now, and so they understand, and my son's obviously a huge football fan, my daughter now, too. I've always said, yes, balancing is difficult, and it's never going to be a perfect balance.
She also credits her girlfriends, which includes her Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority sisters, for helping her navigate it all.
We joke about the group text chain that can go from sharing a TikTok to, oh my goodness, what decision have I made and why am I going down this route? It's important to just know that it's okay to share vulnerabilities and to share when there's mishaps or to share struggles because we're all going through it. And it's important for our own well-being, our mental well-being. We have to support each other and encourage each other to be up for the challenge.
And your office, is it right up here? Do you get to kind of overlook this every day?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm on the other side.
Oh, okay.
So I can actually see the outdoor fields.
Working mom, friend, president of the Raiders. If her plate wasn't already full, add organizing the nation's biggest sporting event.
Super Bowl is coming. It's a really big deal. How excited are you to be hosting the Super Bowl in the city that you grew up in?
I'm ecstatic about it. There's going to be so many people here, and it's almost like you're inviting someone into your home. So there's a bit of pride in being able to kind of welcome people and the league and the teams, and everyone's going to have eyes on Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. And so to be able to be a part of that, it's great, not only for me as a Las Vegan, but great for the Raiders.
2 tickets to the Super Bowl. So congratulations.
Do you think now Sandra's hiring will encourage younger people in a way that can say, actually, I can become a president of an NFL team?
100%. Her presence is going to have such a resounding impact on young women of color and young black women. If you could see it, you could be it.
1, 2, 3.
What does success look like for you personally?
It is making sure that my husband and my children and my parents and my friends feel loved and supported, and knowing that they know that when I walk into this building every day and when I walk in the home that I'm doing the best that I can.